Hey, truth seekers, welcome back. Zach here. It's August 24th, 2016. One of the headlines today: Prince's home at Paisley Park, where he passed April 21st of this year. It is going to become a museum October 6th, 2016, if it passes the city vote. In this video, we're going to talk about why October 6th will be the date that the museum opens, should it pass the vote, and I imagine it will. Earlier this year, when I was covering Prince's death, I showed an article about how Prince's home may become the latest Graceland. That's exactly what this article is about, how his home will be like Elvis's home, a museum. Prince, just like Elvis, popular musician, passed in his own home. So now let's get into it. If you're new to my channel, I talk about numerology and gematria, the practice of coding numbers into words. The reason you can know right away that this isn't just some false study is because earlier this year in February, I used it to predict that Prince might die very soon in connection to Vanity. Vanity died February 15th, just before the 58th Grammys. I talked about the parallels between her and Prince. I talked about the number 67, what it had to do with death, how it connected to them. Lo and behold, Prince died in a span of 67 days from the death of Vanity. With regards to death, let's look at what they're saying the price will be at the museum to go in his house for the 70-minute tour. If you write out 70 as a word, 70 spelled out Seventy, it has the same gematria as Minnesota, Prince's home in Minnesota. Anyhow, this price of $38.50 is no coincidence. Look at this. The word death equals 38. The name Prince equals 38. The reason Oregon's on here is because when Prince first died, there was speculation that a doctor from Oregon had gotten him illegal pills that might have killed him. Oregon, a state with 38 gematria. So is Minnesota, where Prince died. And so is Chanhassen, where his home was when he passed, Paisley Park. The 50 cents, I think that that's a tribute to prophecy. When you write out the word 50, it sums to 66. The Bible, Prince was a Jehovah's Witness. The Bible is 66 books long. The 66th book is Revelation, the book of prophecy. And with regards to prophecy, notice that it has gematria 52, just like Paisley Park. There's a whole lot more to it. We're going to talk more about this number 52 in Prince, but this is our starting point. Prophecy in Paisley Park, gematria 52. October 6th, 2016 will be a date with 52 numerology this year. The word prophecy in simple English gematria sums to 106. Notice 106 in numerology is 1 plus 0 plus 6 equals 7. In Pythagorean gematria, prophecy is 52. 5 plus 2 is 7. They both break down to 7. In these methods of gematria, they always break down to the same numerology. They're interrelated. Anyhow, October 6th, in the US, we write it 10/6, just like 106. Double prophecy coding, not by coincidence. Very fitting opening date for Paisley Park and Prince, the man who said, all we can go by in this world is prophecy. Let's listen to Prince talk about prophecy real quick with Tavis Smiley. This interview is from 2009. Make sure I got this turned up for you. Listen carefully, truth seeker.
Well, I don't vote. I have nothing to do with it. I got no dog in that race.
And for those who would cuss me out and slap me in person if I didn't ask you why.
Well, the reason why is because I'm one of Jehovah's Witnesses, and we've never voted. And that's not to say that I don't think Barack Obama, President Obama, is a very smart individual, and he seems like he means well. Prophecy is what we all have to go by now.
Prophecy is what we have to go by, not politics. Pretty much his message to Tavis Smiley. And, you know, what was so strange for me is I told everybody on this channel I was taking time to step away to write a book, and I began to write the book about a week after I started writing. And what my book was about is how the U.S. nation is built from Revelation, the book of prophecy, and how prophecy's been coded all throughout history. A week after I started to write that, the death of Prince came, and I've been revealing ever since how his entire death has to do with this prophecy code, which is really what's taking place in this nation and has been for centuries. You know, Prince is just one example. October 6th, what else is interesting about that date, in addition to prophecy, is that it leaves 86 days left in the year. 86 is the symbol number, and think about Prince, who changed his name to a symbol. The word symbol equals 86, pyramid 86, triangle equals 86. Think about those shapes, those symbols. This news, the day it comes on, is a date with 68 numerology, the reflection of 86. 68 is a number associated with death. Caskets go 6 feet deep, are often 8 feet long. However, I don't think Prince's casket was 8 feet long because he was listed as being 5'2". Here's an article from the Daily Mail, shortly the day after Prince's death. Sometimes life ain't always the way. Fans claim Prince predicted his death in 1986 song, Sometimes It Snows in April. And then down here they mention also lyrics in Let's Go Crazy connected to his death. I did a video earlier this year on the song Let's Go Crazy and the parallels. What's emphasized in that phrase, sometimes life ain't always the way, it has Gematria of 123, just like the word conspiracy. This headline came out the day after his death, where it was very clear it was a conspiracy, whether he was murdered by the numbers or faked his death by the numbers. Look at this. On August 22nd, 2016, hold on here, screen is freezing on me. Where's it at? Right here. August 22nd, 2016 was exactly 123 days after his death. And on this day, we got the headline about how the pills in Prince's home were mislabeled, contained fentanyl. And August 22nd can be written 22/8, death, in English Gematria, sometimes called Satanic Gematria, some to 228. United States of America also has that Gematria. You know, the United States of America, a nation that began out of genocide, been at war ever since. A war and death empire here in the United States. Think about the movies and entertainment we watch, even the music we listen to. So violent, so much death. Something else I want to point out about Prince and prophecy, the day he died on, it was a leap year, was the 112th day of the year. Olympics equals 112. He died 106 days before the Olympics began. The Olympians this year set a record, winning 121 medals. Revelation, the book of prophecy, equals 121. But anyway, just talking about the emphasis, the year 86, foreshadowing for his death, this museum opening with 86 days left in the year, connected to symbol. With regards to them blaming his death on fentanyl, this drug, it has Gematria of 34, just like the word murder, like the word suicide, like the life lesson number of the day he died, April 21st, 2016. And, you know, for 3 years I've been pointing this out, way before Prince died. How many people, their cause of death, it's given something that has a Gematria matching the date. It's just again and again this way all throughout history. Elvis's death, just like this. So many musicians' deaths, just like this. This has been going on for decades. That other song that Prince wrote, Let's Go Crazy, that foreshadows his death, Gematria 52, like prophecy, like Paisley Park. Show you this. These lyrics, Let's Go Crazy, Prince supposedly died in an elevator. There's these lyrics in the song, and if the elevator tries to bring you down, go crazy, punch a higher floor. That lyric, go crazy, punch a higher floor, has Gematria of 144, just like his birth name, Prince Nelson, which is also a number that's connected to death and killing. The word kill has Gematria of 44. Prince died on the 44th parallel. When you write out 44, it sums to 144. The word killer also equals 144. So does time. Time truly is a killer for us all. It's the slow, inevitable death, right? A lot of meaning behind these numbers, and they show up all through history in connection to death again and again. So it is very interesting that these songs were mentioned, the year they were written, and how everything has lined up ever since, up to the opening of this museum on October 6th. In this article, they show a rainbow. This is above his home. I guess this is the home. I haven't seen it before with my own eyes. Looks like quite the compound. But anyhow, check this out. The rainbow is God's promise to humanity after the prophecy of the flood in Genesis, the first book of the Old Testament. Genesis in Gematria sums to 33, just like Paisley, just like Masonry, just like secrecy. Genesis is the creation of the earth in Christianity. Big Bang is the creation in science. Big Bang equals 33, just like Genesis. With regards to the museum potentially opening October 6th, October is also the only month with 33 Gematria. 33, a number of sacrifice in the Bible. Jesus on the cross at age 33. At least what most people believe is the age he died. This article right away talks about Graceland, where Elvis died, in relation to Paisley Park. Check this out. Graceland has Gematria just like Prince. 38 the small way, 65 the big way. And supposedly Paisley Park is 65,000 square feet. It says it opened in 1987. That means 29 years later, 2016, it might become a museum. Museum in Gematria equals 29. 29 years after opening, becoming a museum. How about it? The date Prince died, a date with 61 numerology. That's the God number in Jewish Gematria. Words such as miracle and church have Gematria of 61. That clip where it ended with prophecy, if you watch the longer cut of that, Prince then goes on to talk about how people, they don't pick up the Bibles, they don't go to church, they've lost their spirituality. I think about that in light of the date he died on. The difference in price between $38.50 and $100 is also $61.50. Screen is okay. If you guys are ever watching my videos and I just start staring off and not talking, it's because my screen is frozen. And I don't think you guys can see that on your end when I record it. So sorry about that. Sometimes that happens. To close out here, they bring up some important dates. The city's planning commission will review and vote on the museum application September 20th. If approved, the plan would go before the city council for final okay at a special meeting on October 3rd. And then also, if it gets approved, they'll have a benefit concert at US Bank Stadium. And Truth Seeker, let me just show you what US Bank Stadium sums to. I already did a video on this stadium, so I know. US Bank Stadium equals 38, just like Minnesota, just like Chanhassen, just like Prince, and just like death. Except for death is in simple English Gematria. So, going to have this benefit concert there on October 13th, 10/13, 1013. 0 doesn't count in numerology, 113. Remember that number connects to Freemasonry, Scottish Rite. Scottish Rite equals 57, like Prince's age of death, just like Vanity's age of death. And Scottish in simple English Gematria is 113. Just like mainstream, just like dishonest. Prince's death, mainstream news with a dishonest narrative. October 13th concert. I already did a video on US Bank Stadium because of this though, Truth Seeker. Check this out. The big weight equals 155. The night before it opened, Denny Green, the former head coach of the Minnesota Vikings, he died. And he died exactly 155 days after his birthday, the night before this stadium opened. 155 days earlier. US Bank Stadium, 155. I did a video showing all the parallels between Denny Green's death and Prince's. It's all by this same prophecy code, again and again. Comes back to the numbers of Revelation. It's sick. The date of the concert, October 13th, 2016. That's a date with 59 numerology, a number stamped on in a negative way on black people throughout history. The word kill, 59, Negro, 59, slave, 59, blues, 59. It's the year Motown Records came out. Of course, Motown Records wasn't negative, but, all throughout history, the Freemasons, the Zionist Jews who own the record labels, they've done everything by the numbers. They've stamped 59 again and again on their musicians. Prince made that song for Baltimore on a date with 59 numerology, May 9th. Also a date with 41 numerology, Baltimore equals 41. Died on a date with 41 numerology. He was in Super Bowl 41 that the Colts won that were originally from Baltimore. Check out Prince's Baltimore song from May 9th, 2015 for the Freddie Gray thing. Another ritual by the numbers. For the October concert that's to happen October 13th, and I imagine it will, October 33, Paisley 33, Concert 33, Encore 33, Secrecy 33, Masonry 33. Reminds me that earlier this year on March 3rd, he went to a basketball game at Oracle Arena, which is 106 feet tall. Think about how prophecy has to do with future telling. Oracle has to do with future telling. Oracle equals 54. The Warriors' home winning streak was snapped at 54 games, a record in the NBA. This year, Cleveland broke a 52-year winless streak of sports championships in California at this 106-foot-tall stadium on the 106th Father's Day on the anniversary of the King James birthday. The real King James, born on a date with 106 numerology. Anyway, there's a whole lot more to it. But look, it's the numbers of prophecy again and again, riddled into sports. You might remember that Prince's cause of death was released game 1 of the NBA Finals that the Warriors were playing in, a game that was in this same arena. And the day Prince died, I showed the parallels between his death and the upcoming NBA Finals. Anyhow, Prince attended a basketball game here at Oracle Arena, March 3rd, 3-3. The score of that game that he went to, the Warriors won 121 to 106. Look at what Warriors equals in Gematria. 121. The small way, 49, just like Revelation. The Warriors are originally from Philadelphia. Philadelphia is named from Revelation, the book of prophecy. The score of this game, it's a sum of 227 points. 227 is the 49th prime number. Prince died 49 days after that game. Revelation 49, Revelation, the book of prophecy. Prince said all we could go by is prophecy. It's something else. And in case you think all this is a coincidence, let me show you something. If you write out 22 divided by 7, 22, I spelled it wrong. 22 divided by 7 sums to 314. And the reason that's interesting is because the number for pi is 3.14. And to get the number for pi, what you do is you divide 22 by 7, just like we wrote out. And 22 divided by 7 gives you the number for pi, 3.14. Pi has to do with cycles and circles and time repeating. Our entire language is based on numbers, and the numbers come from relevant things from within this world we live in, the mathematics of this world. And the powers that be, the Freemasons, the keepers of knowledge, the invisible architects of society, they're aware of all of this, and they use this knowledge, these esoteric practices in their doings, and they, in a way, it's a grand mocking of us all because it's done right before our faces, but we have no idea what any of it means. Such as charging $38.50 to enter the museum that's going to open on October 6th. You know? Emphasizing these phrases in the media that have Gematria coded behind them. All right, truth seeker. Until next time.